and welcome to my healthy spring morning routine. At this point of the morning, I grab my coffee. I love to come into the new chair, the new cozy spot in my office. Honestly, it's one of my favorite places to be. And I take a look at my weekly to-do list and my monthly to-do list and my quarterly to-do list. And then I just get out a piece of paper and I ensure that I'm on track. Obviously, my day-to-day to-do list, I do that in the morning, the night, and I check in throughout the day. With that, it's very important for me to kind of have this morning check-in. It really helps me feel settled and I don't feel overwhelmed. And I used to struggle with overwhelm a lot, but waking up before the kids, having my quiet time, staying organized, and really just this morning routine helps me not feel frazzled. So this cozy corner and little bit of morning check-in is so important for me. So of course I like to make the bed every single morning, but also the other thing I like to do is wipe down the countertops. That way it doesn't get a lot of grime after I do my makeup and my hair products, skincare. All of that does of course get on the countertops. So I find that if I just stay on top of it, it makes it super easy to clean. So I just keep a multi-surface cleaner up here in my vanity. This is just the truth. I will go ahead and link it for you guys down below. And then I do have it in my modern jar, frosted spray bottle, which of course matches all of our hand soaps and lotions, and it just makes the cleaning experience a little bit nicer, and it also makes it feel really achievable because I stay on top of it daily. For me, mornings are all about health. Honestly, whatever I can do to start off my day feeling healthfully is most important. I find that the more nutrition, the better I take care of myself, the more self-care acts, the moments of silence, the deep breaths, the hydration, and of course, supplementation in the morning is really important because it gives me an advantage and a leg up for the rest of the day. Additionally, I find that when we start our days on the right foot and with a healthy morning routine, it tends to lead to more healthy decisions throughout the day. Not only in myself, but I see this every single day in my practice. So if you're a subscriber of my channel, then you will not be surprised to hear this next healthy habit that is always integrated into my morning routine, and that is a smoothie. I call them my insurance policy. You hear that over and over and over again. And that's because it's a really great, simple way to cram in a ton of nutrients into one quick and easy blended beverage. So if you could pack your day immediately first thing in the morning with 30 to 50% of the recommended daily intake of fiber and veggies, in my opinion, there's no reason not to to do that, especially if there's easy tips and tricks that you could do to ensure that you're able to do this day in and day out. You know I'm a big fan of preparation, whether that's putting all of your smoothie ingredients into large stasher bags or Ziploc bags, gallon Ziploc bags. Then you can just wash and reuse them week in and week out. But when you have all of these ingredients in a large bag and you throw it in the freezer, you can simply pull it out in the morning, pour in your liquid in the blender, and boom, you're ready to go in under 5 minutes flat with an extremely nutrient-dense breakfast. So those are just some of my healthy tips and habits and things that I integrate in my practice with my clients, but it's something that you can easily do as well. I have an entire playlist dedicated to smoothies. I will link that for you up here in the cards. Check that out after today's video. There are endless options for your smoothie preferences and, of course, your nutritional goals. But it is spring. It doesn't feel like it because it was snowing this morning, but it is indeed spring here. The birds are chirping, everything is buzzing. I can feel that it's coming in another month or month and a half, but I can feel that it's coming. And with that, my body is definitely craving really nutrient dense foods. And that is one thing that I always emphasize. So often we're really about detoxing in January, new year, new you, getting that detox in. But my body, and I find that so many of us, we definitely crave it with the season. And so I prefer to clean things up right around the springtime. And I find if I add in some gentle support through my foods, that my body, of course, our bodies naturally detox every single day. But I find when I add in some of these gentle foods that help support that detoxification process, it works really beautifully. So we're gonna put together a smoothie. I've shared very similar iterations of this on my channel before, but this is currently what I've been craving in the morning time. So I've got everything laid out in front of me. As I said, I've shared versions and pretty much this exact recipe before, but it's one of my favorites, especially when I want like a blend between a juice and a smoothie and I still want the fiber. This gives me like the juice taste profile, but I still get all of the deep nutrition from the fiber and I feel really full and satiated. Plus, it's a lot easier and a lot less to clean up. So we have 2 cups of baby kale. We have around 8 to 9 stalks of celery. I like a lot of celery. 1 huge full lemon that I'm gonna be using the juice from. 1 small Persian baby cucumber. About a thumb size of ginger root. You can leave the skin on if it is organic. Then I have about 2 tablespoons of parsley that's on its last leg, so I want to blend that up. And then 1 small green apple and 1 cup of coconut water. So the color is extremely green and vibrant, as you can see, and of course it is packed with nutrition. I will say, if you're newer to smoothies or you're not somebody who eats a lot of greens, maybe add a banana, maybe add in the juice of a fresh orange. You could definitely sweeten this up a little bit, but it is, to me, it tastes like sunshine in a cup. It tastes like nutrition in a cup, and I love it because I just know it's balancing my blood sugar. It's influxing a lot of deep minerals and obviously all of the cruciferous vegetables and hydration from all of the fruits and veggies that we used. So to me, this starts off my day in a way where I am motivated to consume abundantly more fiber-rich, nutrient-dense rich foods because I know how it makes me feel. And plus, then my energy is extremely high. Yum, 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 yum. So I'm back in the office now, getting ready to enjoy my smoothie, but I want to talk with you guys about having a healthy morning. And I feel like this goes without saying, but having a healthy morning and start to your day of course, begins with the night before. Getting proper sleep and focusing on healthy sleep habits makes it easier for you to wake up the next day. In addition to that, I've talked about this a lot, but I have forced myself over the years since becoming a mom to be a morning person. I am not innately somebody who jumps out of bed bright-eyed and bushy-tailed first thing in the morning, but I have become very consistent over the last 7 years with waking up early, especially after having 2 kids. I found that the time that I have during the day is so precious, so that I needed to wake up earlier, be alert, kind of have my alone time before I could be like the best mom and show up for them the way that I want. So for me, going to bed and having deep, restful sleep is really important. And I have talked about my journey to have the best sleep of my life this year. And in order to do that, I have been heavily focused on magnesium, not only at night, but also throughout the day. We know that the majority of our population is magnesium deficient. Even if you drink this all day, every day, you make 5 smoothies a day, you're still not going to get the level of magnesium that you need in your diet. First of all, we do not eat enough variety of foods. It is also impossible to eat enough of the right variety because of seasonal produce, and obviously meats and vegetables and fruit in the combination and assimilation of nutrients for us to get all of the critical forms of magnesium into our diet. Plus, every time you drink coffee or alcohol, every time somebody cuts you off in traffic, or your kids fight, or somebody gets hurt, you spike your cortisol levels, and your cortisol depletes your magnesium stores. So I've been really focused on the BioOptimizer's magnesium. I've been sharing this with you guys over the last few months and my love for this magnesium. So originally I was taking about 3 or 4 of them in the beginning, right before bed. And now that my magnesium stores have started to build, I've actually split it up. Some nights I take 2 before bed, depending on the type of day I had. If I was able to eat a really well nutrient dense day, then I'd probably take 1 before bed. If I didn't have an extremely stressful day, I can take 1 before bed. And then additionally, I take 1 in the morning as well to help with brain health and to help with my focus, concentration, and of course, overall feeling of calm and alertness. I find that the days I don't take the magnesium earlier in the day, I'm a little bit on edge and I'm not as settled and calm and peaceful as I like to be. So I encourage you to play around with the different dosages for BioOptimizer's magnesium. But the reason I love BioOptimizer's is that it combines all 7 forms of elemental magnesium in 1 capsule. 1 capsule, you guys, that is unbelievable to me. There is no other product on the market like this, hence why it's called the Magnesium Breakthrough, because this supplement just does not exist. And you know that there are some other good magnesiums out there, but you have to take so many different pills in order to get all 7 forms. And additionally, many of them are loaded with other synthetic fillers, where you do not have to worry about that with BioOptimizer's magnesium. But the fact that I've been able to play around with my dosing and notice a huge difference is unbelievable. I noticed right away when I was taking 3, 4 of them before bed, I was out. I was completely knocked out, getting some of the best sleep of my life. And I shared this in last week's video. Now that I do have the Aura Ring, any nights that I do miss the magnesium, not only can I feel the difference, but it actually shows up in my tracking on my Aura Ring. My REM sleep and my deep sleep cycles are not as long, which is unbelievable. So I am going to get ready to take 1 of my BioOptimizer's magnesium breakthroughs now, and then I'll take another 1 before bed. So this is about the time that I do like to take my supplements. So my multivitamin, my vitamin D, my magnesium, of course. I take a zinc, I take a vitamin C. I also take a lot of my adaptogenic herbs at this point. So I'll take my holy basil, I'll take my rhodiola. Those are the things that I like to include right now. In addition, I take my GABA and L-theanine. And those are also really helpful for me throughout the day too. Then after I enjoy my smoothie, I kind of catch up on emails, get things organized, send off the to-dos that need to be done that I didn't have a chance to get done. This morning, before the kids woke up, I do like to go do a quick clean. For me, having a healthy routine also includes having a healthy space. My space is really important to me. I am affected by clutter. Absolutely. It takes a lot out of me and it weighs heavily on my mental load. I have a hard time focusing. I have a hard time being calm. I have a hard time being present if my space is really messy and cluttered. So at this point, after I've had my magnesium, my other morning supplements and I've had my smoothie, I'll just do like a quick 15 to 20 minute cleanup, which honestly makes the biggest difference in the world with my surroundings, because my body feels clean, my space feels clean, and therefore my mind feels clean. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you found some inspiration to incorporate some healthy tips into your morning routine. And if you liked this video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click, that way you don't miss a single video, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday.